Okay, so what lesson are you at?
And I was having troubles with Unit 5 assignment.
What was the assignment about? Was it the ICP or what?
Yes, the assignment was about classify possible employers, uh, the ICP,
Mm-hmm.
ideal customer profile.
Uh,
It was
let's uh,
difficult.
let's walk through the assignment. No problems. So, what is the domain that you selected?
I selected AdTech as my domain.
Ad with a advertising, right, or educational?
Uh, yes,
Advertising.
advertising
Okay.
technology.
So what was your challenge with the assignment?
It was a little difficult because it was difficult to find possible employers, and I couldn't find uh, job postings related to BDR. The closest that I could find was a sales development representative. That was the closest job that I could find.
Uh,
And my
okay.
question was if I could classify such employer as a possible candidate.
Okay. So, what I want to start with is uh, that the availability of the current job opening for a BDR is not necessary for you to select the company, because technically you will start looking for a job in 4 to 5 months. Okay, so the fact that they're looking for a BDR right now, it doesn't matter. Okay, first.
Okay,
Second point is that not everybody is actively publishing their BDR position. So let me share an example with you. So here you can see Tommy.ai. Just last week, we made an agreement, and Tommy AI is our new partner of BDR Academy. So I don't know if David approached to you about the database of all our students, but at some point you will be approached by one of our managers, and you will be asked to fill in a small form with your CV. You need to record like a short video of yourself, like speaking about why you're a good candidate. And this database is shared with our partners. And Tom AI is our new partner. Why I'm telling you this? Because this is a company in the edtech space. And if you go to their website, you won't find any BDR openings. However, they're actively growing, and they're looking for people. So, what lesson, Javier? What lesson are you at right now? I believe it's something around 11.
in this moment I am in Unit
Yeah, yeah,
6.
you're in five. I asked Javier because I believe Javier is the person who is like the quickest in the group. So is it 11, 12?
Yeah, no, it's just 13.
13. All right. So Javier 13. I believe
Hi,
that
everybody.
like in 6 weeks, Javier may be able to start looking for a job. And actually, if uh so in 6 weeks, that means that like in 6 modules, you will know enough to apply for a BDR position. Okay, so yeah, and what did I start yeah, and like the fact that company right now, when you're on the lesson number 5, is looking for a BDR, it shouldn't be your goal. The better parameters are the funding stage and the size of the company. As I mentioned during our as I mentioned in the lessons, and I believe I mentioned it several times, you don't need to go after a company that's too big, because you will be stuck with bureaucracy, and you will be filtered out by some automatical HR systems. Your ideal quote unquote candidate, your ideal employer is the company between 100 and 1,000 people, maybe even between 100 and 500 people, right? So this is the company that that is actively growing, that is hiring BDRs, including entry-level BDRs, and like you can be a good fit for the company. So if you have a spreadsheet that you're working on, you can share it right away, and I can tell you what do you need to fix. Yeah, I'm awaiting some reaction from the person who asked the question. Okay, awkward silence. So maybe there's something with the connection. But okay, to wrap things up, even if the person who asked the questions won't be able to talk. So when you're working on your ICP, your main parameters are: first, the company should be working in the domain that you selected. Second, company should be selling B2B. Company should be selling B2B, meaning business to business. It shouldn't be a company selling to consumers. Okay, so this example right here, Tommy.ai, you see book a demo, you see pricing. So this means this is company that if you see book a demo, 99.9% is that company is selling to other businesses. And this is the most important thing, because the companies who are selling to consumers, B2C, okay, to like end customers, they're not using outbound BDRs, okay. They're growing via advertising. They're investing in they're investing a lot of money in their marketing efforts, and they don't use outbound BDR because the economics just won't work. And here with Tommy AI, they're selling contracts of around $25,000 to $50,000 per year. Okay, so this is like a rather hefty deal, and they're actually looking for BDRs. So the company should sell B2B. Company's headquarters better to be situated in US or in other like tier 1 country, for example. Let's talk about some of our partners. I'll just share you an example. Okay.
Dan, we cannot see anything on the screen. Like it's not showing what you're.
Can you repeat
sharing? The screen? We cannot see what you're sharing.
Right now, I'm not. You should see Tommy AI. I'm not sharing anything yet. But
Okay.
in a moment, I'll share with you a couple of more. I'll just walk you through the partners that I recruited during last week and show you several interesting. Oh, and also, yeah, there is one more. Wait a sec. Okay, and we have this one. So let me share my screen, and I'll walk you through several companies and tell you exactly what we're looking for when creating an ICP window. Meet. Okay, so do you see the draft me? Guys?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, just tell me something. So DraftMe is a company that sells a product that helps corporate lawyers to speed up their document creation. Okay, and they're selling also B2B, right? So this is the founder, and I believe that we already, I think I talked with their founder last week, and we're waiting for a video presentation where he will tell that we're ready to hire BDR Academy students. And so so it's $60 per month. And for enterprise, you see, enterprise means they're selling B2B, small and growing companies, and also personal use. They have some B2C segment, but most of our money comes from here. Okay, so $60 per month. Let's say you have 5 lawyers in the company, 5 times 6 at 300. It's around like 4K per year. And in enterprise, let's say this is a big retailer that has, and they have those clients, a retailer that has like a law department of something like, I don't know, 100 lawyers, 50, 100 lawyers. You can do the math. Okay. Then also, companies selling B2B Get Sales. Our new partner, they are from Portugal, and you see Book a Demo, which means that the company is selling to other businesses. It's selling B2B. You see pricing. Also, you see $4,000 per month for an enterprise managed service, $69 a month per user. And this is the software that's sold to sales teams. Actually, this is the this is software that's sold to companies who have BDRs and need to automate their efforts. Okay. And if your domain is SalesTech or MarTech, this can be your potential employer. Let's see, guys. I don't remember either it's your group or it's the group number 2 that I spoke to last week. Do you have anyone who was in QA testing? I just, we have more than 50 students now. I don't remember who.
It was me that I was a QA.
Oh, you were a QA. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then, my friend, this is for you. I don't remember if I showed you this example. This is the company that is selling test management software. And you know
No,
what?
I didn't remember that you showed me
Okay,
that.
then it's I have new groups every week. So I don't remember who is in what group, but here you can see that this is a ticket management system software, and you know what a TMS is. All right, you worked in a QA. So this is the company that stores all the bug reports and helps you to automate all the stuff. And they are from Dubai. Okay, and they're looking for a BDR. And Degla, for you, this may be a good career opportunity because you work in QA.
Yeah, I already write it down.
Okay, and
Yep.
I'm not sure that you're ready like right now, but in 6, 7, 8 weeks, I can get you a meeting with their CEO, and he will and he will interview you. And by the way, their best BDR right now is a guy who worked as a QA engineer, because it's always easier to sell to other QA engineers if you were a QA engineer, right?
Okay,
So
thank you.
it's kind
Yeah.
of yeah, and actually that's all that I wanted to tell you about the ICP and about the what's called an account selection, because you should understand that this is a really crucial step. This may seem like rather easy, but if you select wrong accounts, the accounts that are not hiring, not that they're not hiring BDRs, they are not hiring BDRs ever because they're selling to consumers. Okay, like I don't know, company named Loom. Let me give you an example. Loom, no, that's not Loom. What a. Oh, okay. I'll give you a nice example. I'll give you a nice example. I don't know if there are any musicians in the room, but this is one of the leaders in the tab market. It's called Ultimate Guitar, and they have this software that kind of gives you the tabs of almost any song that you want to play, and there are several instruments. And I believe you saw several times. I'm a bass player. I play bass guitar and I play drums. And sometimes, if I want to learn a new song, I just isolate the bass line and then try to play along. All right. Is this a SaaS? Kind of, yes, but they're not selling B2B. They're not hiring a BDR. What they do is they invest, I don't know, I believe, more than 1,000. Well, no, more than $100,000 in advertising per month. Yeah, they do this, but they don't have any BDR. This is self-serving business, although it can qualify as a SaaS. Okay, and there is no and it will be like kind of useless for you to try to engage with them or LinkedIn, to write them emails. They're just not a good fit for you. And the purpose of ICP is for you to isolate the parameters that will help you select the right company. Okay, that really can be your employer. And once again, yeah, we're actively working to recruit partners. Okay, and I think that by the end of January we will have like around 20 of them, and they're in very different fields. Oh, and did anybody work in construction ever, like as a construction worker or something? Because we have this also. This is our, I believe this is our newest partner. This is PropTech, and I believe I talked about it in the. I believe I talked about this in one of the lessons. This is PropTech. This is a software that helps property designers to like make better projects and get all the permits and to make sure that their design project kind of follows all the necessary regulations and so on. It's also a SaaS company, right? If you worked as a designer, if you worked in construction, this will be a perfect fit for you. Okay, we will continue. I believe we talked about this 2 weeks ago. My purpose here is to give you the best possible hand. Okay, is to use your previous experience and help you to like make this your advantage when looking for a BDR position. Because once again, you're going against Americans. They may be better in English, and they most probably are better in English. But you have this experience as a QA engineer, as a marketing person, as a teacher. And if you select the right company, if you select the right domain, you can play this card. Okay. So I believe I answered the question about the ICP. So let's talk about something else. No, I don't want to stop recording. I want to stop presenting. Sorry. Yeah. Kan or Chan, Aksu?
Hello?
Hello. Yeah. Is it Kan or Chan?
It's John.
John. Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much for listening me. I would like to talk about a thing that my education has been made in business administration and business management. So I'm very familiar with the subjects that you gave to us as a homework, I mean. And it's been like, it was really good for me because I started to, like remember all the subjects from back in the college. And what I'm trying to do is I applied for like 15 jobs in United States, and it was from the website Indeed. I applied from Indeed, and I couldn't get like a good response. And
sorry for interrupting, but you're doing exactly what I'm telling you not to do in the course. So you're doing exactly what I'm telling you, just don't do this. And you're doing quite the opposite. So it's no surprise. Once again, guys, we're not applying via Indeed.com, and I'll tell you why. Because they have these automatic filters that filter you out if you're not from US.
This is why we are just trying to get a person one by one, right? Like
yes, this is the whole. This is in Indeed.com. They have like automatic systems that filter you out. You don't even stand a chance.
I see.
So it's not like, oh, maybe what? No, you're being filtered out by a machine. There is zero possibility that you will get through it.
Actually,
they have those quote unquote spam filters. You're not from US, bye. Although, if you connect directly with the purpose of the course is for me to teach you how to build your brand awareness and your personal brand on LinkedIn, and then connect with what I call the decision maker. And in your employer, decision maker is head of sales, maybe a CEO in some companies, and you approach them directly.
Mhm.
Because if you will approach, it's like, I don't know, there's this thing called CAPTCHA. Okay,
CAPTCHA,
on some websites where just select traffic lights or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, and this is like this automatic system that prevents the user from getting spam.
I
And
see.
indeed, technically, this is the
I
same.
don't want to be a spam.
Yeah, it's not like the
You don't wanna
your
be-
offer is not relevant, but you just, oh, how many years as a BDR of BDR experience do you have? 0. Bye bye. Where are you from? Not US. Bye bye. So you're
That's the reason. That's the
disqualified.
reason, actually. Like, most of them told me that just because the couple of the company replied to me, and they told me that just because of you're not in the US, we are not able to, like, proceed with your CV.
Once again, if you will talk to HRs, if you will apply via LinkedIn, via LinkedIn automatic tools, chances that you'll get an interview are very slim. Yeah, there will be some
Feedbacks, right?
yeah, but like, I'm not we don't have a contract yet, but there are the clients that I worked with for a couple of years, and I believe that everything will be good. So let's say Hype Auditor. I don't remember if I showed you the site. This is a platform that allows marketing agencies and marketers from some big companies to analyze the performance of their campaigns that are made with bloggers. Okay, I believe you see all the YouTube blogger, and he's, I have this phone and it's very good. Just go in the comment section and like apply this coupon code, and everything will be great. Okay, and like a lot of brands, they buy advertising directly from the bloggers. It's called integration. Okay, and this platform helps you to manage this, and they are actively growing in Latin America. Okay, and I believe that in a month or so they have a couple of openings. I mean, for Latin America, so you'll need to be selling and like making appointments with people from Brazil. And I totally get that, like, Brazil and Colombia don't speak the same language. I'm not that stupid, okay? But actually it was fun. Most of you are from South America, right? And I think you will get the joke, because I've spoke with one of my colleague from America, and the thing with Venezuela and Guyana, right? You obviously you do, like, you're near, but the person, and he's like rather wealthy guy. Okay, he's okay, and he really thought that Ghana in Africa and Guyana in South America is the same country. Okay, so that's like the thing with Americans, is that like most of them, they haven't been anywhere other than America, because they have like so many things there inside. They just why do I need to go anywhere else? There is like,
that's right.
Yeah. In America, we have everything. We have like ocean. Actually, we have 2 oceans. We have this. We have that. We have snow. We have ski. We have alligators. Like everything you want. So
Actually, Turkey is smaller than United States, but we have everything as well in Turkey.
Yeah. And so why bother going anywhere else? I mean, what it because I know that like Colombia and that in Brazil you don't speak Spanish, you speak Portuguese, but I believe that I can say that I like fluent in those languages, but they seems like in Eastern Europe there are a lot of those, like Russian and Ukrainian. They're kind of like you at least can understand what the person is saying, although you don't speak the language. And there are some companies that are actively growing in Latin America, and these can be your employers, but they're like, of course, most of the money and most of the job openings are in US. So I can't right now tell you that we have Hype Auditor as a partner, but I'm working on it. They're in my pipeline.
I see. are we going to be able to, after this course finished, are we going to be able to placed in a job? Like, I mean,
well,
I cannot
let
say
me
that,
tell you
like,
once again how this works. At some point of time, I can't say that I'm like following the WhatsApp group very tightly, but at some point of time, you will be approached by David or somebody else from the team, and you will be asked to like fill in this form and record a short video presenting yourself, and this will be shared with our partners.
I see. That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay, and so our partners have access to this database, and they tell, oh, I want to speak to this guy because I don't know, he lives also in Dubai, or I don't know, or he has this very specific experience. I just want to talk to him and or to her. So yeah.
Okay,
But once again, I don't want you to think that you don't need that you need to do nothing and like the job opportunity will be given to you. You still need to follow the system. You still need to reach out to all those companies. But of course, yeah, we have partners.
This homework, sir, reminds me the work from back in like college. So it's good to remember all of them. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who else wants to? Javier, I see your hand. As always.
Hi. Yes, Dan. And what about the English level? According to your experience, what is the minimum level that we need? What about if when I speak with prospect, with possible clients, or when I talk with a CEO of the company, does it matter if I do not have 100% English level? That's my question.
Nobody has. I don't have 100% English level also. So my take on this is the following. First, look at the last names of not like the vast majority, but of a lot of tech founders in US, and try to find like at least 20% of American names. They're from Russia, they're from China, they're from India, they're from Latin America, from all over the place. And I say a lot of them are immigrants in the first generation, are the people who came in the States like to not even school, like to learn in the college, to go to college. They're not native speakers either. First. Second, your English is very understandable in US, because like this Spanish English is very common. Take Florida, for example, where as far as I can tell, there are more people speaking Spanish than there are people speaking English. It's like, the same. It's like in Canada, there is like Quebec and Montreal who speak in French. Crying out loud. Okay, they just do. Or let's say in Africa, there is this country called, I believe it's Namibia, and it was one of very few German colonies, and a lot of people there still speak German in Africa. Just okay. So I don't see this as a problem, and a lot of founders they're not great in English, and everybody. If you are selling to UK, they're very, they're a bit snobbish about it. They want you to speak perfect English, and you can be frowned upon. I know this because my daughters from the first marriage, they are in UK in private school, and like first year for them was rather hard because you have this accent, and it wasn't like bullying, but they had some issues. But right now their pronunciation is just perfect. They have this, when you're watching English movies, and sometimes you just can't tell what the person is saying because all this, accent things. And Americans are because America is the country of immigrants, crying out loud. everybody comes to like Italian Americans, Spanish Americans, I don't know, Chinese, Asian Americans, how they call it, and everybody has their own accent. And also, I believe you can find this videos on YouTube. Like every state has its own accent, and in some states it's really hard to understand what the people are saying. So I think that it's not an issue at all. It's important for you to know the SaaS terms. It's important for you to know the software, but your English level, especially as a BDR. Okay, and I'll just share some examples with you. Salman. Just a person who came to mind. This guy, he's from Canada, but you can tell that he's not from Canada, right? It's either Iran or something, yeah. And he was at some point he was head of sales in Asana, and Asana, the project management software, one of the biggest brands in the SaaS space. And you can check out his videos. His English, you can tell that the guy wasn't born in America. You can tell. That's all right. You can see companies like Zoho. It's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest CRMs in the world, but I don't think that it will be a good potential employer for you, because this is an Indian company, and Indians, they have, and I don't think that this is a bad thing, but they try to hire Indians. Okay, even if they live in America, they just try to be Indian company. There is also this example with Docebo, which during the course I mentioned this company several times, and this is the company with the roots in Italy. Their CEO from Italy, and all the top management, I believe almost all their top management is from Italy, and they're trying to hire more talent. So answering your questions, I don't think that if your pronunciation is not perfect, neither of us have the perfect pronunciation, me included. Okay, and although I've been studying English from, I don't know, maybe since I was 5 or I was 6. I never lived in US. Okay, I've been there several times, but I never lived there. I mean, and I didn't study there and something like this. And like 98% of everything that I'm saying, it's correct, but you just can, especially when I'm in a hurry and I try to cover like a lot in a very little time, like on our bi-weekly calls, you can tell that I wasn't born in America. If I speak slowly, yeah, I can do the accent, but if I'm speaking faster, and I do this almost all the time, you can tell that like I'm from somewhere in Europe. So yeah, I don't think that this is a problem at all. I mean, at all. And when you're writing, you can hear the accent. Okay, so this also is important. Okay.
Okay, good.
Anything else you want to talk about? Degli.
Okay, yes, thank you, Dan. I have a question related with the homework 7. You specify in the video that we have to add 20 more ICPs.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I choose 2 domains because my profile is related with these 2 domains. One of them is, as you know, I have experience with IT, and the second one is with the logistics tech. So what I did in this database is to separate the field in technology with 10 ICPs. For the other one that is logistics, I separate with other 10. So I complete with the 20 ICPs that you asked for, but I don't know if it's okay.
Okay, if for this stage it's okay, but later there will be some LinkedIn activity included, and I don't think that this is a good idea to split your efforts. So if you want to choose domain, you will need to, you will need to pay full attention to every one of them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So if you still think that yes, I will proceed to domains, okay, who am I to judge you? But this doesn't mean that I'm telling you to post, let's say, like 5 or 10 comments per day on LinkedIn. This doesn't mean that you need to post 5 comments under the posts of logistic companies and our 5 under, I don't know what,
Okay.
IT outsource or something.
So do you think that I just have to pick one of them?
I don't know if anyone, if any of you has like medical education or some doctors in the family, but there is this thing called minimal efficient dose. So it's like the dose of the vitamin of any drug, that below the dose it doesn't work. Okay, and it's very important when you're working as a BDR to make effort that's bigger than this minimal effective dose threshold. Okay, it's extremely important, because otherwise there just will be no result. And the same thing, I've just had the call with the first group, and they're actively reaching out to the companies. And my benchmark, I believe I shared this number. In order to get a job, you need to contact at least 250 companies. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
some of them, oh, I sent 3 letters and I'm waiting like for the money to come. And get no, doesn't work that way. You need
Okay.
to send 10 personalized messages per day for a month,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then we will talk. Okay, so
Okay.
just if you're if you choose like, oh, one domain here, one domain there, and I will do this exercise for this domain, but I will leave 5 comments for this domain, but there I will write like a letter or a post for this domain. No, doesn't work. You need to just
To focus in one
and
of them.
if you
Okay.
I don't know the your other arrangements. So maybe you decided to dedicate yourself like 100% to the course, and you don't have anything to do. Okay, you don't have a job. You don't have just no. I'm in the BDR Academy for 5 months. I'm doing only this. If this is the situation, then go ahead, choose 2 domains. But as I can tell, for most of you, you're doing something already. And you have this, I don't know, hour and a half per day to dedicate to the course, and you need to treat your resources very very carefully.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
Roberto, go ahead. I see your hand. Okay.
Hold on. Hello, Mr. Dan.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Pierce. Well, my question is about homework 7. Actually, will we have to pick 20 companies of our target domain?
Yes.
I wanted to know if the IPO companies, should we disqualify those companies or check on the funding stage? Like, because some of them are debt round and some of them are secondaries.
Does this just remind me? Does this exercise has the tiers? Because I want you to train in your ability to sort out the companies, to understand. Oh, this company is disqualified, and that's why. Let's say you're adding this company to a target list, and you see, oh, this is a good company, but they're selling only to B2C, disqualified. Or this is a company, but oh, how come all the people that are working there are from India, let's say, okay? And there are like 2 people sitting in the States, and most of our people are from Bangalore. Doesn't mean that the product is bad, that the company is bad, but the chances that you, like the guy from Colombia, will be hired to an Indian company are very slim, okay? And they're definitely not paying a US level salary in Bangalore, right? So this is like an easy disqualification, easy. Okay, so this is what I want you to train. So once again, it's this is let me go for a little detour here. This is actually all about the old and the new approach to sales. Old approach was you like upload 1000 emails into your system, like get sales that I shared with you. Yeah, you're setting up the domain, you're doing the warm-up, and you're writing like this one good email with some personalization. I mean, first name, hello, and from first name there is like Javier or Degli or Sonia or something like this. Okay, and then there is this placeholder like company name or and something else, and there are like 3, 4, 5 words that are like being inserted automatically, and like this seems like a personalized message, and then you hit send and boom, everything. No, it doesn't work anymore. Every message should be personalized, even if you're selling to small businesses. And in order to do this, you need to select your accounts very carefully, because I don't want you to waste your time on the companies that like can't provide you with a job. This is our goal, remember? Yeah, you need to get a job. I don't want you to this is not a training course about talking with Americans on LinkedIn. So it's not about this. No, this is we have a very particular goal. Yeah, I need to train you like in 6 months. I need to train you how to get a job as a BDR in an American company. I don't want you to have some random conversations on LinkedIn. No, it's not like in English course or something. Okay. So I want you to be very precise, and in order to do this, you need to understand what company is a good fit and what company is not a good fit in your situation. Okay, and this is why I introduced the concept of tiers. So if I remember correctly, the purpose of the lesson that you're referring to is to like sort out the companies. Oh, this is tier 1. This company I like really want to go after. Let's say we have this student we talked like just before I joined your call, because I know this company is called Grammarly. I really will. Grammarly is the, I don't know if you heard about it, is like the very advanced English editor. So you can plug into your Gmail account, to Microsoft Office, to Google Docs or something like this, and it will like improve your writing really well. Okay, give you some cool recommendations. And by the way, I would recommend you to register there. They have a free tier, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful software, and they have like a lot of business from enterprise accounts. Okay, and our students wants to join, and he's I want to work there very much. This is my tier 1 account. But also you should have tier 2 companies. Okay, so these are like 3, 4, 5 tier 1 accounts that I like really want to go after, and there is my backup plan. Okay, like 20 or 30 companies that are maybe not that great but still okay. Okay, and also there are companies that are disqualified. They may be a good companies, but there is something wrong with them that doesn't match my goals, my expectations. Did I answer your question? Or if I didn't, don't be shy. Tell me that I didn't, and I'll redo this all over.
Yes, you did. I was concerned about the IPOs because they're kind of different. Some of them have a secondary. Some of them are depth. And some of them are like enterprises so big
it will be easy for you. It will be easy for you if the company is an IPO or this is an enterprise account. Chances are that it has more than 500 or maybe more than 1,000 employees, and this is a bad fit for you.
Yes. Okay.
In the course, I tell about this very like directly and precisely. You don't need to follow the company that's like too big, because they have too much bureaucracy there. They're starting to operate like the big business, and this is bad for you. You won't be able to reach out to head of sales and say, hey, notice that you like post job opening, I love your company. I've done my research. Here's what I know. But there is an elephant in the room. I'm not located in the US, although I have all the necessary training. And what will it like? How is there any possibility that I join your team? Like, we'll be glad to, something like this. We will write those messages later in the course. With Salesforce, let's say, or with HubSpot, like as an employer, you won't be able to do that. It's impossible. Because they have compliance, they have like 50 HR people, they have this automatic scoring. It will be very hard to get there. But to get into the company that has like beyond 100 and 1,000 people, it's perfectly fine. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
So don't care about if it's like first IPO or second IPO. All IPOs are bad for us. So just don't bother. Okay, guys. Anybody else wants to chat? And why we are still on it? I think I will be able to go through all your assignments later today. It's 9 p.m. where I am right now, but I think I'll be able to do this later at night, and you'll be able to check out my comments and redo your assignments if necessary. Any more questions that you want to ask? I'm here, and this is our last call before the Christmas and the New Year. Yeah, Monica, go ahead.
Good day, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yes, we can.
Thank you. I'm from Colombia. I'm so glad to be here today because I find out lots of information. I probably the one that is like behind everyone.
Okay.
I have a question regard the first lesson. I think, and I explained it in my comment about the lesson, that Notion is a great platform for us in order to start building, let's say, to gather information on regards whatever we want to get, not only the business needs, but like you said on the first lesson, to start building your mark and everything. And to me, as a teacher, it's just a mere, let's say, proposition, if you may take it. It's just to, for me, make like a wider explanation the way you use this tool, because it has taken me a lot. I had to search on the internet, and it has taken me a lot to barely learn. I know
What do you want to
it's
know
one
about
of the
Notion?
words, but
What do you want to know about Notion?
how to use it perfectly. I mean, to me, I found out that it's a great resource to gather information and then take it in order to be as a backup in our processes,
Okay. Yeah, I understand that like you kind of fell in love with the Notion and you want to learn more, but I just want to underline that the purpose of the course is not like to teach you about, let's talk more about Microsoft Excel, let's talk more about Notion, because if I was doing that, we will never start selling in Notion. Yeah, there are some. Maybe we will add them to the private cabinets, because there are a lot of free materials about Notion that will help you to be organized. And actually, the purpose of the first lesson, it's not about Notion per se. Frankly, I don't care what tool you use. Somebody uses Evernote. Somebody uses Microsoft OneNote, because you're just you got used to it. Somebody uses Obsidian. I don't know if there are any tech freaks there. The purpose is that you store your thoughts about the content that you consume. Why are we doing this? Because we will use it later in the course, when you'll start to write your LinkedIn your LinkedIn posts. Because the best strategy for LinkedIn posts, like as a beginner, is for you to share some knowledge that you got somewhere else. Okay, so I've just listened to this podcast about the future of EdTech, and here are 7 ideas that I got from it. Here is idea number 1, idea number 2, idea number 3, and then you tag the company that that was featured in this podcast, and then somebody from the company comes to your post. likes or comments, and then you get visibility in the network of the person who left a comment. This is how LinkedIn works. So first lesson, it's not about Notion, actually. It's about your skill of storing records about your about the content that you consume. I have
Right,
this.
right. That's pretty much what I was trying to tell you. This is a great tool, as you said, Apollo. But still, thank you for the explanation. I'll find out the way. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
And yeah, and actually, I want to tell you one more story. I have this friend, and she is like a really good painter, but she likes to like draw some diagrams by hand. And when she's on the when she's on a training session, when she's reading some article, she's doing like this drawing, this, I don't know, like what's a mind map or concept map with all the thoughts, and she underlines, and it's like, it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. And I think she was doing this on Instagram or something. She just, as an illustration to her post, she just posted those posted those drawings, and it was like very cool. So once again, frankly, I don't care what tool you use to store your thoughts. Just Notion, I believe it's one of the best right now. I have a lot of people who are still using Evernote, although it's a bit outdated, but they kind of got used to it. A lot of people are fans of Microsoft OneNote because you worked in a big company and everybody was using OneNote there, and you're like doing Microsoft OneNote. Sometimes I use OneNote because I have all those tablet PCs like Microsoft Surface, and they have this pens, so I can draw on a screen. And Notion can store those drawings, and OneNote can, and Evernote can, by the way. So yeah, Javier, your question.
Yeah, then should we focus only on companies that have open positions? Because with Apollo, we can know that. We can know the open positions. And the second question related to this one, do you know any way to get Apollo without payment? I know that it's between 13 or 20 days, I think 14 days.
14 days,
like
yeah.
That. It's free
there
trial.
is no other way
Do you know a way?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but yeah, all those products, they want you to pay, because the only way that I know is to like register from some other email. Actually, that's the only thing that that comes to mind. And that's why I'm very precise with the Apollo. I'm telling you, yeah, you have 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks you need to like work on your your database. Speaking about the companies that are looking for a BDR, I would say no, because for me, I believe also I answered this question already today. For me, it's more important that company is a good fit, and you can always reach out to head of sales and make a good first impression. And here she'll say, "Oh, sorry, Javier, we don't have any openings, but I can recommend you to." And you're getting a referral. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't think that you should limit yourself to the companies that are actively looking for a BDR right now.
Okay.
Okay. So who else wants to play? I see Stanley, who is not Stanley. Yeah, go ahead.
Dan,
Yeah.
I have 2 more questions.
Go ahead.
I could only find job postings in which they needed sales development representatives. My question is that position related to BDR?
Yes, it is. So let me yeah, difference between BDR and an SDR. BDR is the person who is doing cold outreach, meaning company doesn't know you, and you're writing to like a CEO or like somebody who is in charge of making a decision. And SDR is the person who works on the inbound traffic. I mean, like, the leads are generated via advertising, let's say. Yeah, I'm going this let's say I'm doing this advertising on LinkedIn, and there is the banner that says, oh, here is this product, and go sign in for a free trial. Okay. And then the person engages in a free trial, and then you call him, write him, or do something in order to make him like opt in for a paid option. So a lot of the things that you need to do are the same, but SDR is the person who is working on an inbound traffic. I mean, the traffic that comes to you, the potential client comes to you. And BDR, business development representative, is the person who is doing outbound communication. And actually, you can apply your account list in the, I believe you've done so already. I will take care of it later today. And I will check your list because, frankly speaking, I can't imagine the situation when there is like some openings for SDR, but no openings for BDR. It's really strange. Maybe that has something to do with your ICP criteria. You may have done like a little mistake and selected the companies that are selling B2C. Okay, because SDR for B2C companies, they have a lot of those. So maybe you selected companies that are selling B2C, and then they don't even use they don't even use BDRs. Okay, because they're selling only on the phone. So I'll need to check it when. And by the way, what's your real name? Oh, could you please repeat?
Yes, Dan. My real name actually is Mauricio.
Mauricio. Okay, I'll just let me write it down for me to remember following up to you in the private cabinet.
I will try to correct my nickname.
Okay.
Dan, my other question is,
Yeah.
I found companies hiring business development directors. I thought that such companies could possibly be potential employers.
Yes, we can.
So I classify them as a ICP fit.
Once again, the fact that the company is of the appropriate size, and the fact that it's selling to B2B, and the fact that it's selling in the domain that you are going to specialize in, this is more important than their current job openings. Because once again, you will be actively searching for a job like in 2, 3, 4 months. A lot of things happen during this time.
Yes, I understand now.
Actually, if they're hiring anybody, this is a good sign.
Okay.
Because this means that the company like is growing, so on.
Okay.
Okay. Hope I asked your question. So, guys, I believe we're out of time today. This is our last call of the year. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you to spend some great days, maybe even weeks, with your family, with your loved ones. Also, Happy New Year. I understand that Christmas in most of your countries is like more important than New Year. From the country that I'm from, New Year is like more important than Christmas, and this is like always, yeah. But anyway, have a great festive season, and I believe that our next call will be in 2 weeks. Okay, so it will be like 27th, like 4th or 3rd, something like, I believe between like 3rd and 5th of January. We should, we should check this. So once again, thanks for your active participation. I really love the questions. And once again, this try not to miss this calls, because you see, I'm telling you everything. I'm not trying to, cut some corners, to sugarcoat something, to tell you like the things that are not really true. No, my purpose for you is to become competitive with the BDRs from US. In order to do this, I told you what needs to be done. You need to specialize, you need to grow your personal brand on LinkedIn, and the best part is that you have references. I believe you're all following our students from the first group, and you see that, let's say Austin, also guy from Colombia, like 3 months ago, he had, I don't know, less than 100 connections on LinkedIn. Now he has more than 600. And these are not random connections. These are not like random people that he like met somewhere. These are people from EdTech space. Okay. And he goes to job interviews And yes, oh, you have such a good LinkedIn profile. You have such a good like presence. He looks professional, and I urge you to work. I think it's like starting from module 7 or 8. I don't quite remember. Just please pay attention on your to your LinkedIn account, because it's very important. Very important. It's like, you know, when everybody went to office, everybody looked in your, I don't know, at your car and your suit, your watch, your haircut. Now all this doesn't matter. Everybody looks at your LinkedIn profile. It's like a substitution to everything. Okay. And so this is your like the most important, maybe the only presentation to the potential employer, and it needs to be like tip top. Okay. Ken, last question, and I'll need to go, unfortunately. Yeah.
Thank you so much again. And I believe that, like, as a BDR, we need to have lots of connections, because we are going to need the network, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean,
And once again, the first, if you are, it's like you know, like young girls right now. If you if you talk to them, the first thing they do, they look you up on Instagram. Let's say.
that's right. That's right. How many followers they are, you know, like.
Yeah. That's correct. And the same thing with business in US, but instead of Instagram, they're looking like they're looking you up on LinkedIn. And if there is like a photo from your, I don't know, school prom with an oversized suit, and you have 5 connections on LinkedIn, chances are that you're not a great BDR, right?
Yes, that's right. That's very right. I mean, this is what I'm going to ask you, like how we're going to be able to, you know, enlarge our network in this.
What I would recommend you is to follow the course, because we have like, I don't know how many lessons that are dedicated exactly to growing your network, and growing your network in a strategic way. Once again,
Okay.
like 10 years ago, everybody was adding everybody. Okay. And now you have a limit to like 30 or 40 connections per day. And all they need to be, why are selecting the target domain? Because this gives you the ability to specialize. You can't add all the tech people from US to your LinkedIn network. There are limits to that. But you can select like 500 top companies in EdTech, let's say, if EdTech is your space. And in a couple of months, you can add all of them. And I believe that Javier on the call, I think that's you. You get like more than 50%. I believe that Javier, you have like 50+% conversion rate. I mean, acceptance rate to your LinkedIn requests, which is good. And like 30, 40 connections per day for 20 days, 800 per month. 50% acceptance rate, 400 per month. In 2 months, you have like, in 3 months, you have 1,000 connections. And not, once again, not random connections, not like you're like importing your Gmail or your phone book or your list of Gmail addresses and you're sending invites to everyone. No, you're adding people very strategically. You're adding head of sales, you're adding opinion leaders, you're adding bloggers, you're commenting, and you become visible in the market. And if you're visible on the market, nobody cares where are you from, really. Okay.
So at this point, can I ask you if like I'm going to get the job from United States, so I need to work in the state market, right?
What do you mean? Do you need to add companies from US? Of course you do.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. Like for the, you know, like cold calls, etc. I need to call the US companies, contact with them, try to, you know, like market my product, etc. So the time frame is a little bit problem, isn't it?
You mean the time zone? Oh,
Yeah.
it really depends. I understand that you're in Turkey. So option number 1 for you is to look for an employer who's, let's say, in like in Dubai or in Abu Dhabi or in Saudi Arabia, because they have like a lot of IT clusters there.
Yeah, it's too shiny for me, you know.
Yeah, but we're talking about remote. We're talking about remote job anyway. I don't want you to move anywhere, and
I know. I was just joking. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. So, and from our list of our partners, you see that's like a lot of them are from Dubai, and this is like a really good destination right now. Okay.
I see. Mhm.
So, speaking about time zone, if you're not comfortable, there are several options to do this. Either way, you'll need to sync with the team. Okay, so there will be like 1 or 2 calls per day with your team, and this means that it will be like 10 a.m. in their time zone. It will be like 6 p.m. in your time zone. Right now, we're doing this call. It's 9:38 p.m. where I am located, and for most of you it's like 10, 11, something like this. All right, so yeah, and then I'll have some calls after we finish. I'll have some calls with my American clients who are also like from 8 to 10 years, sorry, not years, hours behind me in the time zone.
You know how much I like you?
Yeah.
You know how much I like you, Dan?
Yeah, I don't know.
You are my best friend.
Okay, I'll agree to that after you'll like be employed as a BDR. Then I agree. Right
Perfect.
now I'm just yeah.
Perfect. I will not forget you after
Let's hold this thought. Okay, guys. So I believe this was the last question, and thank you very much for active participation. Happy holidays, and looking forward to talking to you in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay.
Thank
Happy
you.
New
Bye
Year.
bye. Thank you, Dan.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you soon.
See you. Happy holidays, man.
Thank you, my friend. ¿Qué pasó, papi? ¿Qué? ¿Qué? ¿Está? Voy a intentar pagar un aceite de su cuenta, entonces. ¿Cómo? Voy a intentar pagar un aceite.
Coge la plata que le debo ahí todo. Cójala toda.
¿Cuál plata?
Los 30 pesos de que
¿Dónde está el celular suyo?
para la casa y los 7 de la reforma.
¿Otra vez? Ya,
Pensé que iba a comprar la cena
La cena.
y el cultivo,
Ahorita más tarde vamos para el cultivo.
porque sigue haciendo sol. Y
Será el celular de Chayo que está en la cocina.
¿se cocina?
Sí.